paying everyone, they freeze my bank account. So, you know, you got some people, all of a sudden, they freeze the bank account when it's time for us to get paid. You know, I got friends beefing with me. So I got these people that just gave me some money. It's like, this dude was a criminal. Hold on. Yo, they froze your bank account, huh? Yo, that nigga's trying to flip the money, and I'm...
Money conversations, we've been making business moves. Contemplating how to get it, need to get in tune. Different topics, we got options, you could pick and choose. If more income ain't the outcome, gotta switch the mood. We tryna help you to improve, thanks for asking. Road to riches, speak on broker days and past tense. Wealthy habits, lately I just wanna stack chips. Took a risk and we've been running up a bag since. G-Vast Quest, quick to make a couple G's. Detox, spitting knowledge, put you on your feet. Bug out, got the plate, make sure to pray before you eat. At the table with the winners, come and take a seat.
Yo, what up? For the next episode of Thanks for Asking, yo, this is my man right here. He came back, he's doing his shit, he's doing filming, he does everything. My man Luc Stephen. Yo, Detox, yo, drop it and start the show, bro.
I never had an intro like that before. He was excited.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
He was all monotone and shit like that.
Yeah, he's like amped. He's amped. Is he showing off?
Of course he's showing off, man.
Okay.
Luc, what up, man?
What's going on, brother?
It's a pleasure having you back, man.
All
God
right.
damn.
Pleasure to be here.
We appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see you got the place like kind of like redone, hooked up. You know what I'm saying? And then you did it.
We had to redecorate a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
You know, like we did a few things.
Got a few dollars.
Got
a crew. Got cameras.
Got a few dollars? Huh?
Got mics.
Yeah, word. You was with us at the beginning, man.
That's a fact.
It was ugly, yo.
Yeah, so if I didn't request this, I would have just had that same bootleg version up on YouTube, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna put Bug on that one.
Yeah, basically.
Cause I damn sure when I was like, I'm
they
going
want
with
me
it.
to act up. They want me to act up. That's what it is.
You goddamn right. Yeah, and this time I feel like when we did the last one, it was just like
that was practice.
Yeah, that's exactly.
It was just starting. This is it right here.
This is it right here.
Yeah, that was just practice, so you could get your bearings and stuff together. That's why that old episode ain't up no more.
Yeah, exactly. well, thank you for being the test dummy.
Hey man, that's what I'm here for. Bug always takes advantage of me. Pause. You just be like a wet food stand.
That's not a fact.
Pause.
That's not a fact. It's not.
No. That's my man. We've done a few films together. Good guy right there. You know what I'm saying? He gives whatever he does, he gives his all to. So I'll give him that.
Oh, I don't think this thing could be if Bug didn't give his input in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Not that everybody else contributions don't matter. But Bug energy is what you see at the beginning is like Bug all the time. I mean, he's always turned up, putting every bit of it in there.
Yes, thank you, Colin.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, guys.
All right, so hold up. This is my episode, not the Bug episode, so we're going to get up off.
That's a fact. You don't got to make it about me. This is about you, Lou.
All right.
And we appreciate you coming through, though.
Hey, man, Southside. We outside. Queens get the money. This is where we at.
Get the money. This episode for me is about redemption and reinvention.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You grew up, you was born in Haiti.
Yes.
You came here at a very young age. You came here because something happened with your father, right?
Yeah. They tried to Papa Doc and them tried to assassinate him.
Yeah.
When I was little, and my mother separated, and he flew to the States. And fleed, as they would say it. To the States.
Well, thank God it was back then, because I don't know if you could have came here now.
Well, I mean, he was into politics, so I don't know. I mean,
true.
And if it was now, I mean, it wouldn't be the politics that would made you leave. It would be the way that the country is. The country is not in its best situation right now. You know, I got family members that were kind of prosperous in the country with businesses, and they had to move to Florida. Like my nephew had to bring his family because he's worried about his kids.
Yeah, it's dangerous out there now.
Pretty much. It's like being in South Jamaica in the 80s.
I don't know. I was a baby in the 80s. I know it had to be nuts. I think in any black neighborhood in the 80s, it was crazy. Like, any poor black neighborhood.
Yeah, I agree.
So you come to America. You had to restart there.
Yeah, we went to Boston first, and then high school I came to New York.
15.
So I would say when I came here to go to high school is when my life took a turn, because New York is back then, not now. But then again, it could have been the lifestyle, because Boston could have always been fast, but that's not where I was hanging. I was playing basketball. I was going to school. You know, Uncle was taking me to movies and stuff like that, so I didn't see none of that. Yeah. So once I came to New York, I went to Andrew Jackson, and then I was introduced to South Jamaica.
Oh man,
South Side,
beautiful
projects.
Women, a lot of money being slung around, big cars.
Well, I saw that, yes, not right away, but I did see it.
It turned. What that do to your mind? That shit was it?
New York is a faster pace. Was a faster paced life, and I just got caught up into it.
So, yeah, from 15 up until probably 22, 23 or something like that. You was doing your thing in the streets. Yeah. Made a lot of friends with a lot of infamous people. Fat Cat, Supreme Team, amongst other people as well. You know, we at this point, people should know the story of Luc Stephen.
Oh yeah, they know the story. You can Google and find that story.
Yeah, exactly. It's plenty of information that's out there. When do you go into jail for the last time?
When did I go to jail the last time? The last time I went to jail was for something I didn't do, which was in the year 2000. Because of, I would say, things that the people I was around got into, basically the Burns killing, it put a target on my back. So more or less they wanted these people or anyone affiliated with them to be locked up. So basically I went to prison for something that I didn't do, which was a bank robbery. I don't rob banks. I don't have to rob banks. And the amount of money, I don't know how much money it was. I mean, I think they had set it up to be like maybe 200 because they had someone on the inside from what the paperwork
200,000?
Yeah, they had someone working on the inside. And but they didn't get the 200,000, but still, I mean, I could get 200 on a credit line back then, so I don't have to rob a bank for 200,000. And then if I'm going in with 5 niggas, it ain't 200,000 no more.
Or you splitting it? Oh God, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So again, like I said, I can get credit from numerous people where I'm not going into no bank. Banks have cameras. I would never do nothing like that.
Yeah, this ain't the John Dillinger days no more. This is over with.
Exactly.
How long you was in prison for that?
5 years.
5. So what's that? 2006.
I came home to the halfway house December of 2005. So yes, 2006 I came. I was in the halfway house to come out and get home.
See, this is why I say it's like a redemption / reinvention. Coming out of jail and coming out of prison in 2006. It's probably like the third time you have to reinvent yourself.
Well, I would say that's the first time I reinvented myself, because the other 2 times I just wanted to become a better criminal. So it really wasn't no reinvention. It was just going up to a different level of saying, hey, next time when they catch me, you're going to hold court in the streets, which of course never happened. You know what I'm saying? That's what you say, they're never going to catch me, I'm going to do this. And then, you know, so once you go to prison for something that you don't do, you kind of like, when you're in there, you're kind of like thinking like, yo, bro, it has to be a better way because this is not working. And you got a target on your back, which means that, you know, they putting you in jail for shit that you don't do. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's over with.
Luke, let me ask you
something else.
something, Luke. I'm gonna cut you off.
Look
What
like
was
you
you
did,
locked
though.
up for that you didn't do? What was the charge?
The bank robbery.
It's a bank robbery.
Oh, bank robbery. Oh.
2006, you get out. Sure, you probably ready to kiss the ground when you seen that thing out there. Like, I'm never coming back. Well, like, what was your mindset?
I said that every time. I said that every time. Yo, I ain't never coming back. Go back. Yo, I ain't never coming back. Go back. So the difference was this time is that while I was in, I became a personal trainer and I was teaching the class. That's what I was getting paid. Mm-hmm. So when I came home, I wanted to be a personal trainer, and that's what I became. Meanwhile, I met Curtis Scoon, and we went on and did American Gangster.
How'd you meet Curtis Scoon?
Cat. You know, because Curtis Scoon was doing research. He had wrote a script, 1013 Officer Down, which was basically the story about us. 1013 was, I guess, about the Burns killing.
Eddie Burns.
That's the code.
Okay.
You know, it wasn't, yeah, that's the code. So 1013 Officer Down was the name of the movie. And we was trying to push the movie, which is why we did American Gangster. You know, like sometimes people get on things just to get on things. Like you have to, when you do these shows, it has to be for a purpose, not for the clout. So the reason that show was done was because we had a script and we was trying to push the script. And that's why American Gangster was done the first time. The second time I did it was because they paid me and I was a consultant.
How did that feel? They didn't pay you the first time, but the second time they paid you.
Yeah. It felt good.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, to be able to work with a production, it's going to be in BET, you have no experience, no whatever, and you're working behind the scenes as a consultant, not on the visual aspects and everything else, but just about the street life and who else that they should be interviewing for these segments. So it was kind of dope.
What made you what gave you the idea that you wanted to do films? Because you wanted originally when you got out, you wanted to be a personal trainer. Like, what was the goal when you first got out?
Film was not nowhere in it. So I did film. I did restaurants. I did transportation company. I did promotion, comedy shows, parties, and I think, you know, those was like the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? Learning process. Chaz, you know, God bless the dead. He introduced me to someone, and they wanted a camera. That's what it started to be. It was like help them with equipment. You understand what I'm saying? Once we did that, we developed a company. So he had the idea for the company, but when he got with me, we created the company and it became legitimate. Other than that, it just was an idea. So, you know, he can say that, hey, I created it, we've been had this, but you didn't have black and white. So you had the company. The company became a company when I came into the picture. That's when it became a legitimate company and a corporation.
And what's the name of that? Is that Second Chance?
No, that's Industry Unlocked. When I first developed my company to do promotions and comedy shows, that was Second Chance Enterprises.
Okay. And that was that's when
Industry Unlocked came from Second Chance Enterprises.
Okay.
So Second Chance Enterprise always been there out the gate. So Industry Unlocked was birthed from Second Chance Enterprises.
Okay.
Not the other way around.
So when did Vibes come in? Because you got a restaurant as well called Vibes, correct?
Well, I had a restaurant called Play the Soul, and I had another joint in Atlanta called, it's a Bob Marley song. I can't even remember.
Where you get all this money from? You got restaurants, you got comedy.
I gotta hear this too. I gotta hear where this money coming from.
Hey, no, listen. See, now we have to cut because now he's digging in crates, bro.
Oh my God! I'm just,
you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, where's the money coming from? What he's trying to get me an indictment? Okay, we walking out of here, man. All right, so we're gonna start for the council this way. He knows where to cut at.
Oh my God! Like this is just like a kid in the candy store. I want to do this. I started this. Like, you had investors. Can we say that?
We're gonna cut that part and we're gonna put it in. You just said you said I made a lot of money in those times, right? Before
I didn't say that at all. I didn't say I didn't.
Okay, wait. You don't have to know. You said you was dealing with heavyweights.
Yeah, you was.
Okay, so that means that we was making millions and millions of dollars.
Oh, see, I didn't want to get into that, but okay.
I mean, what you saying? Where the money's coming from? I mean.
I didn't know if it came from there. You know, a lot of times people come out, they be dead broke.
Okay. Help them out, Bug.
I don't know what to say.
Now you don't know what to say.
Help them out, brother.
That's another question.
Don't do me like this, yo.
No, tell them it's like, listen, man, it's just certain places that you don't go, man.
Yeah. This is not being in there, yo.
Oh, we know that. The barbershop will be burnt down. I'm sorry. All right, so listen, let's revamp. Let's go.
So you're starting all of these companies. None of them hit until.
Well, actually, the film didn't hit. What happened was, I saw that it wasn't coming back.
Meaning what?
Meaning that the investment is not coming back. Mm-hmm. So I had said to myself, because of the other failures, like I'm going all in. Like I got to do something that I gotta rock with. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So instead of doing someone else's dream, I'm gonna rock with. I gotta get involved. So what I started doing is I started going to film festivals, learning on YouTube, seminars, and I started becoming active in the art of it, and I just fell in love with it, and that's what happened, and that took it over.
So you was just more like, I wasn't taking the L this time, and then you just was like, I got to put that high level of effort, and it just kind of made you fall in love with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whatever I did put efforts within it, but I made sure that I tried to make sure I was more in control. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's one thing when you deal with someone and you invest and you giving them the money, right? So it's another thing when you're in control of the money and you know where the spending is going because you're doing it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when someone else is doing it, it's like, there's no explanation. Yeah. There's no so in the streets, if someone gives you something and you put some money in it, you're going to say, hey, I'm going to try to get it back. In a business, what I've found out is that people don't see it the same way because they don't live the same way. So if someone invests in you and the money come back, it's like, oh, okay, well, that ain't work.
Yeah, it was just a bad time to move.
You know what I'm saying? So, but because of my character and where I come from, it's like, yo, you got to try to pay it back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And these guys or these people, they don't think like that.
No.
Look, let me ask you something. You did the restaurants and stuff, right?
Yes,
sir. It was profitable when you first started doing the restaurant?
Well, the first restaurant, both restaurants that I did start were profitable at first. And then what happened is, so the first restaurant, the guy was getting ready to lose the restaurant, right? Might have been making, I don't know, not even $100 in a day, right? So I come in, of course I bring a clientele, I'm kind of like known in the neighborhood, people's coming in and spending money, we get up to $1,000 a day. He feels that this is it. Like mama, I made it.
Right. So he don't need to grow more.
He's doing other things besides what's supposed to be done. My job is to get them in. His job was to cook the food to get them to keep coming. But now you start messing with girls. Not that you wasn't doing it before, but now it's like, okay, I ain't got to come in. I'm going to do this. It's like he wasn't putting the effort that I was putting in. And that happens when they don't put no money in. So like I've met investors that invest with me, and the reason that they'll invest with me is because, see, it's one thing if I'm putting up money and you're putting up money. Yeah. Right? Now you don't want it to fail. When you put up the money and they're not putting up any money, it ain't the same effort because it ain't their money.
Yeah.
So if they lose it, it's like, oh, well, come on, I'm going to do something else.
Yeah. There's no skin in the game.
Huh?
Yeah.
So you're left for dead, practically.
Then it's like, this is yours, and they still, it's just no skin in the game. That's why even in like, when you go to like a Fortune 500 company, they want the CEO or the president of the company to be personally invested too, because it's like you said, if I don't own the company, I don't give a damn what this do. I'm getting paid. If this company crumble, I'm gonna go on to the next company. As opposed to if you got personal investments in it, you don't want to see it. You're gonna do your best to make sure this thing works.
Yeah. So to bring it to vibes, like you were saying, so after the other ones, a friend of mine, lifelong friend of mine, said, "Hey, I'm gonna change my bar into a restaurant. Why don't you come over there and rock with me?"
Yeah.
I didn't have to put no money up.
Oh wow.
So it was like, okay, come with me. So at the end of the day, if I don't put no money up, it's not my restaurant.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm the face because again, I have the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get them in. Now we have to keep them in. We had Cooley in there cooking, and that's my family. Everything is good. So it was like once I started getting into the movies, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm trying to do. That's
That's your baby.
joint. That's my baby. You know what I'm saying? So I'm affiliated with the restaurant, but I don't own the restaurant.
Okay.
Not that one.
Okay.
So that I didn't put anything in. Did I gain from it? Of course I gained from it.
Yeah.
If the restaurant goes under, I didn't lose anything.
Yeah.
But time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the way that it is, what they're getting ready to be on their third one.
Wow.
So.
Wow. So can I get a round of applause for that one? You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Going on to the third one, you know what I'm saying? Like that's true growth right there. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. I just got one more question, Detox, before you say that. What gave you more passion with the movies, like instead of the restaurants? Because you started off with the restaurants, right? What made you leave your passion of that for filming? Because
the film is mine.
Oh, I got you.
You understand what I'm saying? So the best restaurant out of the restaurants I was involved with is one that I didn't have to put the money up.
I got you.
But at the end of the day, it's not mine. I got a passion for it because, again, people from my country, we work hard. Yeah. Haitians work hard. We gonna work very, very hard to come up, and that's just something that's in me. Same thing is, so got Haitian, and he's from South Jamaica. He's gonna work hard.
Yeah.
Like when I hustled, if we went out, they went in, I went on the block. I didn't go in to go to sleep. I went on the block and worked. And that's why I was able to excel within the streets. So it was the same temperament that I put within the business.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the first one there and the last one to leave.
I think that's a temperament anybody who's successful got to have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think I seen this thing. I was watching, who was it? Brandon Haywood, and he was talking about when he played with Michael Jordan. He was like, this is when Michael was on the Wizards, and what did he say? He was like, he came into practice. I think they had an early practice, and Haywood was like, "Oh, I'm going to come there a little earlier than the rest of the teammates." And then when he gets there, he probably got there like an hour or two early. He said he already seen Michael Jordan sweating, and mind you, this is when Michael was pushing 40. And then he goes to Michael Jordan like, "What you doing here?" And Mike said, "The real question you need to ask yourself is, how the hell am I here before you?"
Listen, you could look at a Kobe joint. Like, I seen a joint with Kobe when they said they was doing the Olympic trials. Yeah. And the dudes was out partying and Kobe be in the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And their practice be at 8.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So Kobe already had a full workout.
Yeah.
Went and took a shower. So it's the same temperament.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna work 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. And I'm gonna put it in. If I gotta walk, if I gotta do whatever I have to do, I'm gonna do it to make it work.
Yeah.
Now I have a question. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but this is about movies. Like, what are some of your favorite movies that inspired you to do filming?
What are some of my favorite movies?
Yeah, that inspired you.
that inspired me. I liked action movies like Heat.
Okay.
The Power series, Harlem Godfather, but those is now. But I got to think back then. I think what inspired me was my experience with American Gangster and seeing how everything was put together, and then watching what we did and seeing it on the TV. That's one of the best feelings in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because you be doing stuff like, even when you're doing films, and like you do the film and to see it put together, and then thing is just like, you know, sometimes I look at stuff, like now I look at stuff that I was a part of, and that shit would bring tears to my eyes. Because it'd be like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying, like we did that shit.
What's the ultimate goal with films? Like, what's your, like, what's that goal? What's that thing to go, I did it, I made it?
I think that when it comes to film, right, I just want to be acknowledged by my peers. And what I mean by my peers is not my peers in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I'm talking about my peers that are other film producers, like a 50 or a Will Packer, or any of them that will see me and say, yo, I seen your shit, like, yo, that was some dope shit. Yeah. That would be the ultimate success. Yeah. Because with that, you already know if they're giving me that, I'm getting the money. Yeah. So it ain't about the money, it's about the acknowledgement and the passion. So it's the passion that drives me. Just like when he did his introduction. Yeah. Passionate. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You have people like you know, some people get mad. Like I've met people and worked with people like from Detroit, like say Dennis Reed. Yeah. They'll say, oh, he talks to people, he does this, and you know, at first I wasn't seeing it, but as time goes on, you understand it. That's his passion. Yeah. He's just a passionate person that's gonna say, yo, he's gonna call you on your shit. Yeah. He's gonna yell, he's gonna scream, because he wants you to be better. Yeah. Not because it's whatever. You understand what I'm saying? It's like a coach. Yeah. Like, nigga, run through that block. What the fuck's wrong with you?
No, I agree.
It's not that they downing you as a player. It's like, I know that you can do better. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't even be screaming at you if I didn't see that in you. Type thing. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. If I knew you wasn't worth nothing. And that's how I am with some of my people. Like, they understand now, but when I started, like Coco, you know what I'm saying? I'd be extra hard on her. She didn't understand it. You know, sometimes talk tears. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because I know that you or she has the ability to be a superstar. Yeah. And sometimes I used to feel that she was BSing. You know what I'm saying? Now she's like, but she understands now. But at first, oh, nah.
Yeah, I mean, that's
you know what I'm saying? And that's her as an example. Yeah. And, you know, it's other people like that. You know what I'm saying? And
I agree. Coco is definitely, she got potential, man. I think my favorite skits with her though is when she used to do it with the dudes from LA.
She still does them. Yeah. Like when we did the joint in North Carolina, Cream. It's like she was crying on a dime. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we might have did 4 or 5 takes. Every take she cried. Like, you know, I can remember Kaya, you know what I'm saying, working with her. And hey, could you cry? Yo, you know, I think I could try. And then, you know, I bring her to a place and tell her how to hone in her emotions to make it happen. And she makes it happen.
Oh, I'm retarded. I am. Yo,
hold on.
I'm retarded. I'm fucking retarded.
That's Bug that did that? Yeah. Hey, hold up.
Cut the cameras. Cut them.
This is Bug's show. This is his show, right? This is the one that you said built this and that, right?
I'm so sorry.
And he still got his phone on.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I know you won't because it's me.
That's
I know.
Right. Look, I
keep it because it's me.
I'm gonna keep it
second interview, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. Is it off yet?
It is.
Oh man. He ain't even saying, he just texted.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny that you said that though, about not being worried about money, because in our first episode we talk about that, and about it's not about the money, it's about the W. Because once you accomplish what the goal was,
the money's gonna come.
You know what I'm saying? Money is a byproduct of winning. You know what I'm saying? It just comes hand in hand. They're gonna give you money, but what's the use of getting money when you're not even accomplishing the goal you want to accomplish? When you're not even making cultural impact like you're supposed to? You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I mean, because that's just something that I want to do. I want to do something. I want to do things that impact the culture, that make a person, not the people that know me, the people that don't know me. Because the people that know you, they're gonna sugarcoat it. You're gonna come. They're gonna, oh yeah, that shit was good. You're gonna walk out the door, damn, that shit was trash, man.
Yeah.
Damn. They're not gonna tell you.
Even worse, they're not even gonna speak about it.
Not in front of you.
Yeah, exactly.
But trust me.
Yeah.
In this barbershop, they're gonna be talking.
Mm-hmm. You heard that shit?
Not only this barbershop, I'm just saying that's just how we are. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then some people don't know how to take constructive criticism. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I can remember.
Do you know how to take constructive criticism?
Can I finish my statement? Yes, I know how to take constructive criticism. So I can remember starting and people would say, hey, you got to do this with the lights. You got to do this with this. And we didn't want to hear it. It's like, they ain't do no movies. They can't tell us nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They can't tell us nothing. What movie they did. But it just be like, you don't want to hear it. You just be in the zone. And so I can do like now, right? Me and Chris Gotti may be together. And I say, yo, Chris, let me ask you a question. He's like, yo, what's up? Yo, you remember when I did the screening at the movie theater? And he like, yeah. And I said, yo, bro, why you told me that shit was good, man? That shit is fucking garbage. And he was like, nah, bro. He said, what I look at is that you took something with a little bit of money, you put it together and you finish it, because a lot of people say, hey, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this, and they never do it. So now that I am a distributor, sometimes I get stuff that's not up to par. Mm-hmm. So what I do is I give the people that story, right? And I say, hey, I want you to watch Pray Before You Eat and Pray Before You Eat 2. I'm going to send you the link. Now look at that and look at what I'm doing now. Some people get it and some people go, yo, them shits was fire. So yo, when my shit gonna get the deal?
Oh my be like, God! You done missed the whole thing.
Because again, like, you know, things with as far as like Tubi, at the beginning, is different things that could come up, that could be put up. If you look at it, the movies is getting better and better. The same way Netflix started, they would accept some things that was not up to par, and then your shit had to get better. So if I am a sub-distributor with Homestead, right? If I want what I'm creating to be better and better, what I have to accept has to be better and better, because it's not about, hey, give me your shit, I'm going to make some money off you. Because if the shit is bad, I'm not going to make no money off you. Yeah. Only thing I'm going to do is mess up my brand. Yeah. So I try to be choosy about what I'm going to take to submit to my people. Yeah. So that it can be uploaded and be there, because again, it's my intro that comes out when their movie comes out. Yeah. So it got to be correct, you know, and that's the attitude I have with myself. Anyone that I put on my team, like Leash, you know what I'm saying?
Sub-Leash. I know you're in the background, but you know what I'm saying, you're doing a hell of a job since you got in here.
You know, True Light Films, Frank Blemman, Huey. It's like everything, Dane, like everything we do has to be better and better and better as we go along. You know, my man Tony with the Plug Network, everything that we do has to get better and better. Cannot be the same. It cannot be stagnated.
Oh no, we agree that, you know, that's what
look at this. Yeah. Look at this.
Yo, we started with one camera being with that's the 30 minutes time stop.
With the big black and red joint behind it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's like.
And to speak of criticism, that was one of the things that we had to take in and really like, all right, we got to figure this out, man, because some people was happy, like Irv, to be like, oh, you actually brought an idea into fruition.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But
that's
then,
what you get points for. Just bringing an idea to fruition. But after that,
yeah, then it's like,
you know,
when I started this, I knew that's what it was gonna be. Where it was like, people want to see you elevate and upgrade. Where they can have a start. Like, damn, you see where they started from?
Yeah.
And you see where they at?
Well, they like to see your progress and your thing. So that's what people tell me, like, don't say that about your previous work because that's where you came from. Bro, on my link tree, none of my previous work is there. I live by what's getting ready to drop these next 6 months.
Yeah. Because
that is going to be, again, my pitch to my peers to accept me as, hey, he's a film producer.
Yeah.
You can Google me and it's going to say film producer, but people might looking like, ain't no film producer. Got to have the hit. Just like if you're rapping, until you get that hit, man, he's a whack rapper. He's just trying to be a rapper.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to be a producer.
Yeah.
No, they don't say up and coming.
Yeah, there's none of that.
No,
well, definitely when I was
either
film.
you are or you're not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Ali, you had something that you wanted to say?
Yeah, like, have you ever looked back on a movie that you did and was like, man, I could have went harder?
Of course. Even the ones I do now. Like, I look at stuff like I'm just looking at something that they sent me the first 20 minutes and we did it in March. And I'm catching that she don't get on the right wardrobe. You understand what I'm saying? I'm also saying like, yo, damn, we could have did this better. Like every day you're gonna improve. It's like you got to keep doing something to get better at it. So again, to go back to the basketball players, right? Kobe and LeBron practice all day long to get to where they at.
Right.
So I can't just do a film today and 6 months from now. How am I get better?
Yeah.
I got to keep making mistakes. You got to fall on your face and get back up. That way you know, like, okay, they go a rock right there that I stumbled on and fell in my face. So I got to remember that's a rock that I'm going to avoid or I'm going to be prepared for when that comes, that bump in the road. And you just got to keep at it no matter what. And trust me, you know, I've been doing film for maybe 7 or 8 years. And my phone rings and people call me and people talk to me whenever they're trying to get into this side of the fence. You know, so I wasn't getting those calls before. I wasn't, you know, like the Dames and the Chris and Mike Tyson and, you know, people giving me budgets. I wasn't doing all of that. None of that was coming to me before. So, you know what I'm saying? So I think I'm on the right course. I just have to keep working.
Did Luke, you ever did a movie where you was like 100% satisfied and you said, yeah, I rocked that one?
No.
None of them?
None of them, because you got to remember, so I might say, for instance, when I first did Sin, right? You got Lou Gosset, got Shiggy, Sean Nelson, Rip Michaels. You got all these people, 8 million followers to that cast, right? When I did it, that was the shits. Now that we're finishing it, it's like, yo, we could have did that better. Yo, we could have did this better. But at the time or in that moment, it's the best thing that you ever did.
Yeah.
Right.
6 months later, you know better, so you're gonna do better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm never gonna be sad. I'm never satisfied with what I've done, because I know that as time goes on, I'm gonna do better. And it's like, okay, I can't wait for the next challenge.
Yeah.
Because I want to body it. I want to body that motherfucker, because again, I'm trying to get the win.
Yeah.
So that's just where I'm at. Now, when I'm getting acknowledged from everyone, how will I feel? I don't know. Will I be satisfied? I doubt it.
It's the next goal. On to the next one.
Boy, the next goal. Like, because if you get one hit, then it's like, okay, I got to do another hit.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're looking for. Because if you fall off, everyone is going to be like, oh, I knew that was a fluke.
Yeah.
Do you ever read the reviews from your movies?
Yes.
How does it make you feel, like, when you read not so positive comments? Like,
I have to get better. Some people, you know, with the internet, right? You know, you have these people that don't exist that's leaving different things. So sometimes I'll go, someone might leave a comment or say something, and then I will go and I will research who the person was, and I'll be like,
"Oh, you're doing too much work."
No.
No, not even.
No. And I will say, so you mean to tell me you took the time to create a fake page just to leave a comment?
Yeah, people do that.
Oh yeah.
That would make me smile. Like, yo,
no. It doesn't make me smile because when you do something like that, you're hating.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if I don't like what you did, I should be able to say I don't like what you did.
Exactly.
Right.
I shouldn't have to come. So that's telling me that person is a person that I know, could be a friend.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because again, as you know, you have friends that really don't want you to win. They don't like the fact that, oh, he's doing his thing. Like, no, dude, I want you to go back to the streets. I want you to sell drugs. I want you to go to jail. Like, I don't like this person.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have friends that tell me, and it's not because of the sell drugs part, they tell me, I don't like Luc Stephen because you're too nice. I want Buck says it too. I want Spoon back. You know what I'm saying?
What the hell was Spoon compared to Luke?
A bad person. That was my street nickname.
No, I know that. I'm just saying, like,
it's a different person. It's a different. You have to remember, Spoon mind was messed up.
Yeah.
Spoon is using drugs. Spoon is not coping with reality.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Spoon is doing things that his family didn't teach him to do, so he's using drugs to cope with that, to say it's no feeling. It makes you numb. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know you took drugs,
when you're in the
Luke.
streets,
You don't look like you took drugs.
Everybody in the 80s used drugs.
I didn't know. Wow.
Well, everyone in the 80s used drugs.
I
You know what I'm saying? You know.
I want to get into the movies.
Okay.
Better Than My Last. Talk to me about that.
Better Than My Last, I would say that was my first major production as far as independent. Because you had Hassan Johnson, you had, like, I started knowing the basics of really doing film. So when I did film before, it was like, we get a camera person, we got a sound guy, that's it. No, you need grips, you need a scripty, you need this, you need that. And that's when I started learning more about the film.
Did you produce that or direct that?
Produced.
So what's that process like when you, because you
well,
alluded to it.
I actually came on as a production manager and a co-producer because I'm learning.
Yeah.
So the process of the movie, you know, 50 was doing a series about the guy that was in jail that became a lawyer. So Hassan Johnson had to do that. So you had delays in the filming. So again, you know, it's like you're trying to perfect what you're doing. So I became a producer because as time is going on, it's no money, but I'm still working because I want this thing to be dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I actually got the producer credit for the work I did after the movie was finished.
Like the post-production stuff.
The post-production, the pickup shots, and trying to help and get things done. And that's why I was given that producer credit.
How did you feel about the reception of that?
What you mean?
The reception of when it came out.
It's not out yet.
Oh, it's not out. Oh, it's not out yet.
It comes out in probably next month. We just got distribution for it. It's coming to Tubi. Quan just signed. I got to shout out Don Quan because I remember last year I was like, yo man, let's just put this shit out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it out. And he was like relentless, like, no, it got to be better. 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 And it got better. You know, it's you know, you edit, so I mean, it's a world of things that could be done in the editing.
Oh my God, like this.
Yeah. It's like night and day.
Yeah, it never ends. And I'm sure when it comes out, you're still going to look at it like, ooh, I should have did that.
Well, it was shot in 2019 and 20, right? So where I'm at when that was shot is like night and day. You know what I'm saying? It's like night and day. It still looks good. It still looks dope. Yeah. It's still gonna do crazy numbers. Yeah. Because it has the elements.
What constitutes success for that project?
What constitutes success for that project? Yeah. The investor getting his money back and us making a valuable profit so I can get my back end. That's
about that cash.
Yeah, because I'm already how it was done. I'm already past that. Yeah. So the only thing that can come of it is that it does numbers. Yeah. I reap benefits, and we get accolades.
I want to talk about this next movie.
What's that?
Self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction.
Okay, so
self-destruction.
Self-destruction. I was coerced to direct. Yeah. We had a
you said you was what?
Coerced.
That's what happened.
Because listen. All right, so from my time is like I like to organize and set things up, right? I hate directing because directors got to do a bunch of, like, you have to live with that shit. You have to give birth to that shit. Like when we go home, you still with that shit. Yeah. You're the first one up.
Oh my God.
And you're the last one to leave. And then when you leave, you got to go look at the dailies. It's a lot.
Tell me what a daily is.
I was about to ask that too.
Dailies is what we shoot that day, and you go back to look at it to see if there was any errors. Now, in my earlier days of starting, we ain't look at dailies. We look at shit fucking 3 months later and like, oh, yo, this is messed up.
That's bad.
Because you don't know no better, so you don't do better. But when you know better, it's like, if I look at my shit every day and say it's one scene and I'm looking at it and her pigtails is over
don't make them Tubi mistakes.
You can catch
it. Don't make them Tubi mistakes.
Right.
It's not Tubi mistakes. See, people have it kind of messed up because they blame it on Tubi, but I can look at fucking Power and see mistakes. I can look at Belly and see them kick the table over and the cards are still on the table. That's $10 million. Yeah, that's a $10 million budget. How do you have a $10 million budget and you kick the table, it rolls over, but the cards stay there? And they left it in the movie.
On Belly. Yo, I never even. Why you tell me that, B? Because now I'm gonna look for that.
No, you can look for it.
It's on the table.
The cards stay on the table. That was a big budget with plenty of whatever, and they left it in there. And that movie did numbers, and no one goes, "Yo, man, this is a Tubi movie." They got the cards on the table. It's like, listen, it happens all the time because when you're doing the editing, some stuff you gotta let go. Like I said, that the movie that I'm doing, Cream. She has a wardrobe thing, but it's so intense, you're not even good. The regular person is not just like you watch Belly, you're the regular person. You ain't noticing.
I watched last month, too.
You probably watched it 100 times.
Yeah.
So did I. But when I started doing film, like, hold up, the card's still on the table. Well, how the fuck?
See, that's the thing with making movies. You looking at a movie, you see mad mistakes in it. You're not a regular viewer no more when you make movies.
Well, I mean, that's how I am with podcasting.
Yeah.
I can see, I can look. Oh, nah, he chopped that up. Oh, no. Yeah, he chopped that up real crazy. Oh, yeah, I can see that. And, before it was just like, I thought it was just one straight go. Like, oh, they ain't even mess up. Like, these motherfuckers is real professionals. To me, the biggest mess up was in Game of Thrones. You remember that, right?
I never watched Game of Thrones.
They had
but everywhere there's a mix up.
They had a Starbucks cup in the scene. You know what I'm saying? You remember that? That was huge. That was on Twitter and all that.
That's just like Raising Cain. What's the one that has the Puerto Rican father? Which one is that? That's the one with Michael in it, right? Well, anyways, you got a joint where he puts his boots on twice. He puts his left boot on twice. That's 1 point. That's $1 million plus an episode. Yeah. So if I'm only getting $1 or 60 or 70 or whatever I'm doing, I can make mistakes. Like, yo, don't kill me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
now some of them be crazy. I remember one time.
Some of the joints that they got, they're crazy.
When the motherfucker was dying, he had an afro. Switched the scenes, came back. Motherfucker had braids.
Where was that at?
I was in one of them Tubi movies. Oh my God. I was like, no, man. Y'all gotta stop, man.
But what about those movies when they're dead on the floor but they still breathing? Like,
oh my God.
Yeah, you just gotta get better with it. It's like the editor gotta catch that. Like,
yeah, you gotta catch that.
Like we did a scene, and I said, yo, why you cut that out? He said, yo, bro, the guy that was laying there dead, he kept blinking. So instead of him closing his, in other words, he tried to die with his eyes open.
Right.
So it's like, cause when I watched the cut, I'm like, God damn. I said, yo, kid, you did good, man. You motherfucking kept your eyes open the whole time like that. You was dope. Then when I spoke to the editor, oh no, that nigga was blinking like a motherfucker. I had to do this and do that. Wow. But the finished product, you're gonna look at it and go, oh damn, how the fuck this nigga kept his eyes open like that for that whole scene? Great acting. Oh my God.
Great editing. How about that?
But you'll get some actors again, in Sin, Luc Gosset plays a blind painter. Bro, his eyes is not moving the whole time that he's doing his joint. Like, he's a blind person.
So an Academy Award winner.
Yeah. So that's different.
He gonna sacrifice his body for the film.
Mm-hmm. Well, he did say that, he called Stevie, got pointers from Stevie Wonder before he came to do the part.
Fair. He called Stevie Wonder
because you're Luc Gosset.
God damn, that's not fair. But yeah, we get it.
So. And again, it's just like, so when you're around people that have a passion and they're doing that to the extreme, it's gonna make you better.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So like they said, if you wanna change who you are, you gotta change the people around you.
I gotta drop somebody in here like a bad habit. Who shall it be? No, I'm playing. What was the? Somebody feeling. Bug not gonna do the next episode.
I'm good, bro.
Oh man, no. What was the idea behind that project, Self-Destruction?
It was a song.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you kept it real. You did. I'm proud of you for that. You kept it all the way real.
Nah, so I had a great idea, right? So this is what I decided to do now. What happened? Yeah. Now what happened is, what else was I supposed to do, bro?
Tell your story, bro.
Hold on, we sitting here acting like one of the engines behind that movie isn't here.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
What it was listen. What it was he came to me and said, yo, I want to do something with this song. Because, like I said, Bug is pushing shit, doing shit. So Bug did a song. So I'm like, the fuck he did a song for me? Like, you know what I'm saying? He like, yo, I'm going to do a label. We're going to do this. And I'm like, oh my God, Jesus Christ. So that's when he did it. Mm-hmm. So now it's 6 months, a year, 2 years later?
About.
2 years later. 2 years later, because he did the song, because we had the movie Divided We Fall that we was doing, so he comes to the song like, I'm going to do a label. And he's doing it. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay, yeah, I see it, I believe it. So anyways, they did the song. He got all the rappers together, put them together. These rappers is beefing with each other, all types of shit. He don't know what's going on. He's just like, yo, I want a song.
Word.
So they did the song, and then he's like, yo, man, I want to do this. I want a script written for this song. I said, you want a script written for the song? I said, okay. I got Rolodex of writers that we could use. I called. He suggested one. I said, yo, man, he kind of busy. You know what I'm saying? He had someone else tied up. I said, let me make a call. So I called Bani Nazir. She's the one that directed Sin. So I called her, and I said, hey, I want to send you the song, and I want y'all to write a joint to it. She got the song, her father, Seven, her man, Chris, they put that shit together, and delivered us a dope script. And then Bug said, yo, man, I'm going to look for an investor. I'm like, all right. So, I'm doing my thing, and a month went by, and like, yo, I got the money. What? He like, yo, I got the money for us to do the movie. He said, put it together. He said, yo, but I only got this and that. And I just was like, okay, fuck it. I'm going to take a pay cut. We're going to deal with a skeleton crew, and we're going to make it happen. And that's what we did. Made it happen. I had a 10-year-old kid that was a gang leader, and it was like, yo, okay, let's get him an acting coach. Got him the acting coach. I got taxed for the acting coach. So got him the
what happened?
What? That I got taxed for the acting coach for his movie?
Was that your boy over there?
Yeah.
Man,
what happened?
Boy, what's going on, man?
What happened was we had a strict budget.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, it's like I have a set amount that I try to get.
Yeah.
I lowered my thing. Plus, I directed it, and I knew that again. Whatever you do has to be better than the next.
Yeah.
So I'm the type of person that I'm gonna put my own money to make sure the shit is right, because at the end of the day, the shit still falls on me. So I found him an acting coach, and it's like, yo, don't worry, I'm gonna pay for it because I need this little kid for this role, but I also need him to be better than he is, because he wasn't pacing himself.
Yeah.
He was just all on top of his lines.
Yeah.
And it wasn't natural. So that's what we did with that.
Okay.
So, but everything else that I asked for, the man delivered. You know what I'm saying? Made sure that the editor got whatever. We had a sound design and a scorer. Yeah. He took care of that.
So, Bug, what made you want to do a film?
I liked it doing the other movies. The first one we was doing, All the Pray Before You Eat.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? I'm tired of. I'm not really an actor, but I was acting.
Keep it real, man.
I am keeping it real.
No, man.
Let me finish.
Get down to the gutter.
And it just got into that. I like producing and making things happen. So that's what made me want to make a movie.
He makes things happen. Man, they wasn't putting respect on his name. So he was like, yo, let me show these niggas what I could do. Yeah. And he did.
What made this movie so unique?
It's about me?
Either one. It's both of y'all movies.
This your interview.
You sure?
I'm sure.
You've been buttoned in all day, so I figured,
I'm butting out now.
Hey, yo, let me get the clippers and I'll cut his hair and you can sit over here.
I'm butting out now.
What made it so unique? He asked for a comedy with a message, right? And we got delivered a comedy with a message. And what made it unique was that, so some people write a script as a comedy.
Yeah.
And then you have to get the actors to deliver the comic sequences to make you laugh, because those is funny people. And when you read that script had you dying. Like you was laughing from reading the script. Then that's what brought about the uniqueness to me. What I find out is that, again, it's a 30-year-old that wrote it.
Oh, wow.
Right? So she's 30. So her sense of what's funny, what's popping, what's whatever is going to be different from a 60-year-old.
Yeah.
Like I have friends that's in my circle, yo, what you thought about the movie? Oh, man, that shit is like Airplane. I can't get into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then I have young-minded adults like my people from Vibes. They was rolling like, oh my God, this shit was so funny. And they're older, but all the younger people, they'll just laugh hysterically. Like filming it, we was laughing hysterically. Because like when I was looking at the dailies when I went home with True, and we look at the dailies, we was just rolling.
So it was one of the moments like, yeah, we got something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those my favorite
every time you do something, you're gonna feel that way. You're gonna
really? I don't feel like every time I do it, I've got something.
Nah, when you're doing a movie and you're putting you give it your best effort, you're gonna be like, this is it. And that's why sometimes it'd be a disappointment when it doesn't do what you think it's going to do.
Yeah.
But I learned a long time, Bug, remember when we went to LA? Learned a long time what the formula was, right? And the formula is you got to have names and you got to have faces to make it go. And at the time, I think we was with Sticky. What's the other dude's name?
Antoine Santa?
Not Antoine. Malik. So we was with Sticky and Malik. So we showing him the movie, and he was like, "Yo, you gotta do this. You gotta do this. You gotta do this." He said, "Yo, I know you're serious if you come back with this shit fixed." Who we had at the time working with us wasn't the type of person that you could call at 2 a.m. to get up and fix something and have it done. So we never even went back over there. And we both understood why. So like now, if I had, say, if Lise was working and I said, it's 2 a.m, Lise, I'm in California. I need you to have something for me in the morning. Could you fix this edit? She's going to fix the edit. Whoever else, True's going to fix the edit. Frank is going to fix the edit. That's the difference between when you're doing something and when you just talking. You know what I'm saying? Because this is something that you can't be lazy at, because if they say, yo, I need this by such and such, that's when the fuck you got to have it.
Yeah.
You can't have it when you want to have it.
Yeah.
You got to have it when they say they want to have it. Otherwise, you're going to miss the train.
Yeah.
If the train comes in at 11 and you get there at 11:05, the train is gone.
Yeah.
So you got to surround yourself with people that's on that same time as you. I'm going to get there. If I get there on time, I'm late.
Yeah, I like that. That's serious people.
If you get there on time, I'm late.
Specifically for our engineer.
They was talking about you like a dog before you came in here.
Don't do that.
Now you gonna say don't do that.
Don't do that.
Now they was talking about yo, he's always late.
Say it, but don't do that.
Nah, listen, I'm a jokester. I like to joke. So you probably noticed why you're doing this. He knows it already.
Yeah, he lying though. I didn't talk bad about you. I'm not that guy. I'ma think it, but I ain't gonna say it.
He gonna think me. I bet you. He gonna think me.
I'ma think it, but I ain't gonna say it. And then I'll do my little passive aggressive comments later. Minus. But you got a few more movies. I want to get into those.
Sure.
You got Sin.
Yes.
7 Sins.
Yes.
And Cream.
Yes.
Cash Rule Everything Around Me.
Okay, which one you want me to talk about first?
Sin.
Sin is going to be a blockbuster movie, and Sin is going to propel my career to another level.
Why?
Because of the cast, the way that it was shot. I've never been on a set where these guys was taking 2 and 3 hours to set up, and it was driving us nuts because, you pay people by the day, you have a budget, and that shit went over budget.
Oh.
And the EP would say, "Hey, yo, Luke, man, I'm so glad you made me spend that money because the way that it looks." And the reason that it looks that good is because they had time to deal with the lighting and deal with everything else. You know what I'm saying? Because other than that, it's like, that's the whole thing of it looking cinematic. That's going to be a hit. I already know that's going to hit. You can't even tell me it's not going to be a hit.
Who's in it?
Lou Gosset, Johnny Blaze, Bella Black, Cayenne, Rip Michael, Sean Nelson. I don't want to forget someone.
Coco.
Yeah, Coco's in there. Shiggy. Marquand.
And the dude from the Wood, I think it's from the Wood. That dude
That's Sean Nelson.
Oh, you plan to take that to the movie theaters and stuff like that, or is that going to be like on Netflix or something like that?
For me, well, nothing's going to be on anywhere with this strike as far as going to Netflix.
Right.
But to me, right, because of the pandemic, right, the pandemic changed the shape of the movie game, as I was seeing it, because everything is streaming, so it's different. So back before the pandemic, you had certain age groups, like our age groups like to go to the movies, and the movies would be packed. It's not like that no more. The only people that really go to the movies is young people. If you don't have a blockbuster like a Marvel movie or a Disney movie, to me, because you have to pay for the movies, it doesn't make sense to go and put your joint in the movie.
No, I agree.
Do I think it's good enough for the movies? Yeah, I think Sin is good enough for the movies. And if we had a good deal as far as with financial backing to pay for that movie thing, I think that, and if we was where we was at before the pandemic, people would flock to see that movie.
Yeah.
Is that movie gonna do what I rock with Netflix with that movie? Of course. Hulu, of course. It's gonna do numbers when it finally goes up, because everybody's anticipating and everybody wants to see it. You know, it has the girls, it has the stars, it has this, it has all the elements to make the movie go.
7 Sins, what's that about?
7 Sins is a story about 9 childhood friends growing up in New York. We shot that for the Plug Network. That's like a passion project of mine, because I went through so much stuff trying to get that done. Change of directors, did 3 episodes and shot 3 episodes over again. So right now it's on the Plug Network, but that's due to be up on TV.
So it's a show?
It's a series.
Oh, it's a series, okay.
Yeah, so we got 3 episodes that's coming on Tubi, or you can watch the 3 episodes on the Plug Network. And once we hit the Tubi market, because it's 7 deadly sins, so each episode is a sin. So we actually got to do 4 more episodes, because I think we have lust, envy, and I forgot what the third one was. I mean, but they're all in there. They're all in there. So I mean, it's a dope script, dope series, good acting, and good production.
Cream.
And of course, good producing. Cream is gonna do hella numbers when it is released on Tubi. The financing came from D2 Productions, so it's a Dennis Reed movie. Kwame Dutch Teague was the writer, and he's written Dutch, Legacy on BET, Angel on BET. He wrote Sin and he wrote Cream. So that's my go-to person that I usually deal with writing, because when I have one of his scripts, I'm going to get the money to do the movie, because he's
good.
Yeah.
I don't want to say he's good. He's great.
He's great. He's awesome. And he's been locked up for 27 years.
Wait, he's locked up?
He's been locked up for 27 years, and he's put me in a bunch of different positions as far as film, and has helped find actors. It's like that dude can get on the phone and make a call and put me with certain people that might put up some money, or he's opened doors for him. So him and Supreme being in jail have opened up so many doors for me to help me within my career.
Son, he's locked up writing these type of scripts?
Oh yeah. He's got a whole writing team of people.
In jail?
Out of their home. So he can get on the phone, he can call, like he be in Zoom meetings with us, all types of stuff.
Zoom?
He teaches writing, like I taught being a personal trainer. He teaches a writing class where he's at.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Yeah.
How?
Why we ain't round of applause? Word. That's dope, bro. That's real dope.
I'm gonna get in jail doing more work than people out of that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
He also did the writing for Better Than My Last, but of course he was paid for that. So it's stuff that he does that he might not even get the credit for. You know what I'm saying? But he's put me with people just like, of course, like you got to look at Supreme. Supreme is hands-on with his documentary that we're doing.
Yeah.
His documentary, which is Proof of Innocence, the Mundane Truth. You know what I'm saying? So he's hands-on. He's like, my relationship with Mike Tyson is because of Preem. You know, I can call Chris. That comes from Preem.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Eventually, I guess I'll be speaking to Irv because he tells Irv about me, but we're putting this situation together. Me speaking with Michael Payton to be able to, and Michael Payton did the Murder Inc. documentary on BET. He's the reason why I'm working on the Sean Carter Foundation documentary with Jay-Z and his mother and everything.
Give me a round of applause for that.
So
this is opening doors.
And really, because of Preem, is why I got to go on Sin, because one of the EPs for that documentary at the beginning was like, yo, I'm getting ready to do a movie. Blah, 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 Sin. That's how I met Kwame. So everything actually really came because of Preem. Supreme came, Sin and Kwame, and then after that, me and Kwame do what we do. Me and Preem do what we're doing.
So the streets is helping you.
They're not the streets. They're not in the streets.
Not in the streets, but your past life is still
well, again,
blessing you
it's
with in the future, because you know you had a good reputation, you know, and you develop friendships and relationships with people that you're still benefiting from.
Okay.
I bring this up.
Well, listen. At the end of the day, right? They bring something and I bring something. Because if I wasn't doing movies and doing it at the place that I was doing, was the sense in introducing me to these people.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a two-way street. That's just like, and I know this is not the same, but it's just like, okay, you in the streets and a person will go, you know, you go to jail and, oh, yo, all that shit I did for you and all whatever I did for you is like, listen, we sold drugs together. You needed me, I needed you. It was a fair exchange. If you couldn't hustle, I couldn't give it to you.
Yeah.
So I did for you, you did for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. Basically, it's like, well, not the same thing, but it's like I'm able to do for them so they're able to put me in a position to do something. And I guess it is because of the character and the friendships that's like, okay, I trust him to put him with that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't somebody trust you if they seen you in tougher moments than making a movie and you still stood tall?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Yeah.
Because people don't, you know, people think you invested in the product. No, when people giving you money, they invested in the person. You know what I'm saying? And all things like that is based on is people you trust. And if you can't trust a person, they're not going to give it to you. You know, this is sometimes to me where the black and white dichotomy gets into an issue, because they don't know us. They, you know, they can't see themselves in us. Like when they, you know, when 50 invests in young black kids, because we interviewed a few of them. 50 ago, I see myself. You was me.
Okay.
At a younger age, a lot of times when a rich white man don't see me in them. Sometimes they may see a hustle. You may find that diamond in the rough, but most times they don't even understand your vision because they don't know where you coming from.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So
that makes sense.
You know, a lot of times trust is the important part of it, and I brought that up because a lot of people think, you know, oh, I had a difficult past, excuse me, and just I didn't. It was a waste of time. No, nothing you do is a waste of time. You know what I'm saying?
Your past is what helps to shape and mold you to what you are today.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And I want people to see even anything you had in your past, you can figure out a way to learn and benefit and grow from that. You know what I'm saying? But movies ain't the only thing you do. As you was alluding to, you was doing documentaries. Okay. I want to give a big shout out because you was part of the Supreme Team movie documentary, correct?
Well, I mean, Okay, so the Supreme Team documentary, what happened is my godson, Kyle, or K, or whatever, P2, whatever, he wants to be called. So he calls me one day and he says, yo, I want you to put these people at Showtime with my father, because I speak to Preem maybe 2-3 times a week.
Yeah.
So he puts me with the people. I tell him about it, and then I kind of connect the dots. So again, that's Showtime. That's Mass Appeal. So that's Nas, Peter. They had my man Pete Johnson. He was putting it together with Prince. So when Preem came into the thing that came in, and at first, he was kind of apprehensive about doing it. And I told him, I said, well, listen, this is going to be on Showtime. We don't have money to do marketing. They have a budget. They're going to market this. I know that you think that everyone knows you, but they don't. There's some people that don't know you, so we could use the marketing. So if you do this, I said, you got that, and then you have the Murder Inc. documentary coming up. And I said, that will help to push that. So that situation with that was that, and the only thing that was not too cool is they didn't try. They kept it basically tight-knit. If you had a street thing, they wasn't trying to give you credit on that. You know what I'm saying? And but again, from the gate, they was like, yo, we're gonna win an award. And maybe that's why they did whatever they was doing. Long as they gave Pete Johnson a credit. Yeah. Because, Pete was going back and forth to see Prince. He was going over here, he was going there. He put nuts and bolts in that. You know what I'm saying? So they may say, oh man, all he did was bring Supreme to the table. But that's a big piece of the table. Yeah. Supreme.
It's not legitimate without them.
Documentary. Why I didn't bring Prince, so they had Prince. Okay. They needed Preem. You understand what I'm saying? So that's my partake. But again, that's up for an Emmy nomination. So guess what? They'll tell me in a minute, because what I did was I'm able to receive contacts. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So that was my benefit. You know what I'm saying? Little bit of bread. Yeah. I'll count to 3, because they're going to talk. All right, 1, 2, 3. So I got, a little bit of bread. I didn't get the credit, but I got the contacts. So I can call people, Showtime, Mass Appeal. You know what I'm saying? They're on speed dial. They're going to answer my call, because I don't call for nothing. Yeah. Unless I have something or whatever. Congratulate me. If it wasn't for you, bum, 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 bum. So it's like, y'all got an Emmy nomination? I got an Emmy nomination. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But my first words to Preem, you got an Emmy nomination. Hit Michael Payton, they got an Emmy nomination. Like, yo, bro. And that's inspiration. Like, we got to kill the documentary that we're doing. We have to body this documentary, because if they got an Emmy and y'all gave them, you ain't give them all. Yeah. I'm getting all. Like, we have to destroy this. Yeah. We gotta. The only way that we can't get an Emmy next year when we put this out is they gotta be hating on us. Yeah. Because I got. I don't even want to talk about what I got, but I got.
So I'm really excited for that, because I seen the sizzle reel for that.
Yeah. And so you seen the sizzle reel? So it's like,
the sizzle reel meaning.
I do have.
Explain the sizzle reel before we get to that.
Sizzle reel was what we had to put together to show the earth, because we wanted some money, more money. Okay. So, Preem is the type of person, like, he don't like to ask people for nothing. Like he can easily call Irv and, yo, I need $50,000 to do whatever. Irv already offered him like, yo, let me do that. I'm gonna give you X, Y, Z. No, I'm gonna do that shit myself. I'm gonna do that shit. You know, me and Luke and Mike, we gonna do that shit because I'm gonna eat.
Yeah.
Make sure you eat.
Yeah.
This. Just let me drive because it's my life.
Yeah.
Okay, you got that. You understand what I'm saying? So again, he could have took an easy way out and like, okay, Irv, give me a check. Fuck that. That's safe. Nah, nigga, we gonna do this shit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get 5, 10, yo, because you know that man is hands-on with this, working, sending me, yo, read this paperwork. Yo, did you read the paperwork? Yo, do this. Like, yo, get this person. You know, and we're putting it together. And you seen the sizzle reel, so you already know.
Very intriguing.
You already know that joint. Like I said, if they liked what they saw in the Supreme documentary, and the people had to like it because they're Emmy nominated, they're gonna love what we do.
It's called the Mundane Truth.
The Mundane Truth. Proof of Innocence. It's had several names. It started off with Witness for the Defense. Then he changed it to Proof of Innocence. Proof of Innocence, the Mundane Truth.
Why is it the Mundane Truth? Why did he give it that name?
Mundane Truth is, I believe, it's the truth that you don't want to hear or something. I believe that's what the meaning of mundane is. Maybe someone in your staff can Google that right quick for us.
Can we get a Googler? Check. Do we have a Googler?
So that way we can get the exact meaning.
I feel like I looked at it. I should have wrote that meaning too.
But I think that it means the truth that you don't want to hear. And you know, he's kind of like the type of person like, yo, I know I'm
interest or excitement.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Because everybody wants to hear about we killed this one, we did this, we did that. Like it's the boring truth. Like no one wants to hear that you might be innocent. They don't want to hear that shit. They want to hear all the you made $300,000 a day. You did this. Y'all did that. Y'all did that. That's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear.
Yeah.
What do you mean they set you up? Yeah. No, that can't be how they set you up. But again, when y'all see it, y'all will understand that that man has resigned himself to, I'm going to be in jail for the rest of my life, but I want these people to know the means and the underhanded shit that they did to really put me where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like they did stuff. They took my lawyer. They didn't want to let me testify on my own behalf. It's just a bunch of shit, and that brings it out. And plus, we have some of the informants talking about it. So,
oh wow,
you know what I'm saying? Wow. I would like to get the judge and the prosecutor, but I don't think that I can. Maybe if I speak to Mike, maybe he can, like Tyson, if he puts down, maybe his influence can get it to be done. But again, we don't have millions of dollars of a budget. Yeah. But it's coming together nicely.
Wow. I'm anxious to see it. I'm looking forward to it. I just want to hear the truth because, and I like to watch these type of documentaries that's done by our people because, they talk about, they put a highlight on things that people outside the culture don't even understand why that part is important to tell. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really looking forward to that. You're still not done with the documentaries because you did Born in the Box, and that's with Mike Tyson, correct?
No. The Mundane Truth is with Mike Tyson.
The Mundane. So what's Born in the Box?
Born to Box is a documentary that I'm working with Curtis Scoon. Asia Norris is the director. She also did Black, White, and Blue documentaries. So, and if you remember at the beginning, Curtis Scoon was him who brought me to BET to do American Gangster. So, Born to Box is a documentary about trainers in boxing, drugs in boxing, We interviewed Sammy the Bull to talk about the mob and boxing. Yeah, we went out to Phoenix, and Sammy told us some things that I won't say about any, because y'all have to see it, because that'll mess it up. But he brought some enlightenment. We speak about, of course, Don King. We've interviewed Michael Spinks, Larry Holmes.
Really?
It's a whole list of people. Medicine. We spoke about the medicine in boxing.
Did they? I was looking it up. Did they have? Hasim Rahman's trainer or something on there?
Well, Hasim, we interviewed Hasim Rahman, and actually it started because it just grew. What it started was, it's a 7-year-old kid. Mm-hmm. So you had the trainer's son has 25 years. The little boy's father has 25 years. And I think they all together. Yeah, they're all together. So, he spoke to the guy's father to train his son. Mm-hmm. And that's where it started, and then it just evolved into a bigger picture. Wow. A snowball effect. It was like we thought it was going to be a 1-2 move, but again, that's our passion and wanting to bring the truth. And then it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's where it's at.
I mean, I'm looking forward to that because I know I've met the director, and she's a really dope person. She, sometimes I try to hit her up and just ask for just knowledge, and she gives it to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so happy for that because
she's dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? You on the Breakfast Club. You have a lot of. We're on the come up compared to the success she has, and she still gives back and still gives pointers and still gives me a lot of guidance and stuff like that. So I'm
that's
cool. I'm looking forward for her to win. You know what I'm saying? So
this will be a winner. She's a dope director, dope editor. I'll say, man, let's give a hand for the females in film because they really rock. I've been blessed to work with some dope females in film, and I've learned from each one of them. Again, got to shout them out. They, like Asia does her thing. Born to Box is going to be super dope.
Yeah, because even Hulu, the way she just gives me you need to just do that. Oh no, you got to tweak this. You need to get the aesthetic right. You need to, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if she telling me this, I already know what she about to put together is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But and you did two things that was interesting because that's in our field, which is podcasting, and the first one is women in hip hop.
Okay, so I had some friends down south, and it was like, you should do a podcast. So I think when I was doing Sin, I had reached out to Jazzy Bell to be in Sin. Yeah. A year later, she hit me because she just seen the DM. Yeah. So we started talking. So she would, she came out to Vibes, and then we was talking and vibing, and I was telling her I was interested to do a podcast, and she was like, "Yo, you should do Women in Hip Hop. That's the podcast." Yeah. So, she's like the Barbara Walters. Like, I call her Oprah of hip hop. Yeah. She'll say, no, Barbara Walters. Like, her interviewing skills is bonkers because when we went in there and she did those interviews, it's like she knew what school they went to, what hospital they was born in. Her research is extensive. Wow. She's interviewed the Will Smiths, the Martin Lawrence. She's interviewed at the top of the top. She's the top dog. Yeah. So I learned a lot of how to do a podcast. She's the one that, showed me the podcast studio. She showed me everything. Like, she didn't need me. She did this thing for like maybe 3-4 years already. Mm-hmm. Women in hip hop's been there, so it was a great experience. So she now has to deal with Revolt.
Congratulations to her.
Yep.
Congratulations.
That's another woman.
Congratulations, man.
So she did what she did. And much success for her. So she's doing her thing with that. I kind of concentrated on the movie side.
Yeah.
Because that's my thing and that's where I'm at. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And again, where I'm at, I'm close to the bag.
Yeah. Oh, it's getting it. You got a few of them things. That sin you saying, that's that big dog. Yeah. That cream, that's that big dog. Yeah. So self-destruction. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna leave a cultural imprint. I'm looking forward to that. You know what I'm saying? Better than my last. Yes.
And I'm gonna shout out my peers that did the Pale White Horse, True in them, because that should be something dope too.
Shout out to them.
So like she, like I said, she's I learned a lot from her. So for Rich in the Hood, Val reached out to me.
Hold on. He's also doing another podcast called Rich in the Hood.
Yes.
Super excited.
Yeah. Matter of fact, it premieres tomorrow.
Who's the first episode? I don't even know, but
Peter Shoe.
Peter Shoe's gonna be the first episode.
Peter Shoe's the first episode. It's gonna be on YouTube on Valtown Entertainment.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
3:00 it should drop tomorrow. So what happened is I met Val years ago when he started a social media page with someone else.
Big page.
So they split up. He did his page. His other man is doing his thing. They had a page, Mecopolis. Why they split up or whatever, I fucks with both of them. They both, my niggas, they're young, they're ambitious, and they're doing their thing. So Val came out with a docuseries, Rich in the Hood. He had everything completed before. He told me that he was going to do it, never contacted me. So when he started doing it, I watched it. So meanwhile, while that was dropping, Kyle P2, sorry, came to me and said, we're getting ready to do a podcast. Like, we'd like you to help with the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool, no problem. You know what I'm saying? That's family. I admire Val to the utmost. So we planned the podcast, figured out what we was going to do. It's more or less their show.
Yeah.
I'm just more there like consulting, also producing. So the docuseries is very successful.
It's 6 episodes. One of them was with Fat Cat.
Yeah.
Very dope.
Fat Cat, good. Richard Porter, Alpo.
Was it Frank Matthews?
Frank Matthews, Rick Ross, and Felix from Oakland.
I didn't see that one.
So he had 6 episodes. I think they probably got a 500,000 views.
Yeah.
He's a phenomenon on Twitter.
Hold on, that's my guy, Val. A very good dude. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations to him and much success for real.
So he did that, and we structured the podcast, and we took the knowledge that they knew, what P2 knew, what I learned from Jazzy, and it was just like, okay, let's try to put this podcast together because we already have a following.
Yeah.
We already have subscribers. So while you're waiting to do season 2, we're going to do Rich in the Hood podcast. We're going to run it through the same channel.
Yeah.
We're going to make it work. After we do that, we'll do season 2 of the docuseries, and we'll try to shoot season 2 of the podcast. And then try to get the bag with season 2, because we should have the viewership and the subscribers. Because we're already at 24.3 thousand subscribers. So when we first did the docuseries, I was hoping when it ended we would be at 25,000. So we're pretty close to where I would realistically hope we was at. If we can add another 15 to that because of the podcast, that'll put us at 40, which is not that bad. Phenomenal. Less than a year.
Yeah.
Less than a year.
Phenomenal.
So and I think pretty much that can generate and really become something, and you guys can get a bag for it.
I mean, I'm excited for that one. I just got a few loose questions. Well, you're a distributor, right? Distributor.
Yes.
What does that entail?
All right, so if you have some, where's my camera?
That's your camera right there.
I always gotta do this. I had to do this on Vlad. If you are a filmmaker, right, and you have a finished product and it's dope, really dope, because we at a different level now, really dope, right? Come holler at me. We gonna get you up on Tubi, and you gonna really get some money, because Tubi, no one pays like Tubi, and we gonna get you some bread. Damn. You know what I'm saying? We gonna really make you some bread, but you gotta have the product that can make the bread. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at. When I first started, hey, I just want to get movies and I want to put them out there. Yeah. And it was like, hey, I just want to do a movie and I want to put it out there. So now I'm a little bit more
selective?
Yes, very selective. Mm-hmm. And again, I do have to shout out the city of Detroit, Dennis Reed, and really that whole, see, they got a thing in Detroit, right, that I noticed. They wear a t-shirt that says Detroit versus everybody, right? Yeah. So everywhere we go, we have hate, right? Where we from, people hate and they don't want you to win. Yeah. They may have their things with each other, but they want every one of them to win. You don't see a shirt that says New York versus everybody, because we ain't on that time here. No. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately. Yeah. So those guys be very, 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 very serious about their filmmaking. I had to do 2 pickup days, so I had an off crew because they was filming something else. So he had his main crew, but the people that he sent to me, I like the people that I've met, I got a shout out to, again, my man K. Deasy, because that's who introduced me to Dennis. I met Sean from out of Homestead, great people, you know what I'm saying? That's the fam. They're doing the shit, and they gave me this opportunity to do Cream. Yeah. Or Quam, whoever they did, you know what I'm saying? Quam did the writing, but they let me spearhead it. So I'm really grateful, and again, of course, when you're meeting someone, sometimes you bump, but I'm understanding. Yeah. Just like I have passion and I'm hard on people, he got a passion and he's hard on people. So it's like sometimes you got to understand, like I'm cool with a person, with everyone else, but when you bring it to me, it's a different scenario. But a lot of things happen, like shooting Cream, the logistics, because we like 45 minutes away, we're doing 12, 13, 14 hours, then you got to drive 40 minutes to go sleep. So the logistics is not right. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things taken into account. Then when I come back and I'm paying everyone, they freeze my bank account. So, you got some people, all of a sudden, they freeze the bank account when it's time for us to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Man. So it's like, I got people hitting me, I got friends beefing with me. So I got these people that just gave me some money. It's like, yeah. Hold up. This dude was a criminal. Hold on. They froze your bank account, huh? Sure they did. Yeah, that nigga's trying to flip the money. And I'm like, listen, bro, if I had okay, in my terminology, if I'm hustling, like, okay, if I got 100 joints at 15, right, that's 1.5. If I'm going to make 5 on each one and make a quick $500,000 on the flip, that's okay. I had 1.5 to play with. Yeah. I had not even 6 figures. Like, that's not enough money for me to say, let me flip, because it ain't worth it. Yeah. You understand? Nothing is worth it. Even that 1.5 to make $500,000 in a month is not worth it to me, because I'm gonna lose everything. I've already went through that with my kids, my girls, or whatever. So I already know the value of my family life and everything else, and it's not no value in the street life.
I think that's the last thing I want to talk about is your family.
Okay.
And what did that do?
What did what do?
The sacrifices, you know.
The going to jail, of running the streets, the partying, the selling drugs, using this and that. What did that do? It devastated it. My kids are traumatized. Not traumatized, but they went through trauma.
Yeah.
I am looked at, by one of them. I have one daughter, we don't speak. She's 3 years old. I'm the worst father ever.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a piece of shit. Nigga, you wasn't here for my graduations, you wasn't here for that. You know, when this happened, you wasn't here for that. You know, like, I said, hey, let's do therapy, right? I don't need to go to therapy to know that you're a bad father. We're not going to therapy to see that I'm a bad father. I already know I was a bad father because I made mistakes. I came up, we were like the mob. So in the mob, it's the mob first, the family next. Yeah. That's how I came up. I know it's your family first, then everything else. But that's not how I lived when I was living. It's a lot of people from my era or lived my lifestyle, and I'm sure they all had these different problems with some of their offspring. My other kids, and my kids is not kids, they're all adults. Yeah. So they're not even little kids no more. They've forgiven me. I'm in a better place. They're proud of me. You know, I just, I have one daughter. I just sent her a long thing the other day. No response. Wow. So, only thing I can do is just keep trying, and, maybe one day she'll come around. Maybe one day she won't. Like, if I don't expect anything, then I can't get hurt. I can't get mad. Because at first, you writing, come, and you're not getting a response. So then it's the anger. You know what I'm saying? Because you want this to be. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I can't blame anyone because didn't no one hold no gun and say, do this and do that. I did that. Yeah. So I'm responsible. Hopefully, before one of us goes, we can make some amends, because the worst scenario that could happen, and this happened to my wife before, like her and her father didn't get along. And when he passed away, she was really effed up behind it, because they weren't able to, even though they spoke, they still wasn't able to make that amends. And that's the painful thing. So I don't want to, I can't say how she would be, but if something happened to her, I would really not forgive myself that I didn't make amends with her before something happened. Now, I might die and she might say, good riddance, fuck him. I don't know. But she might say, like, damn, I didn't have a chance to say goodbye to my father. Because at the end of the day, like, and it's wrong for me to think, like, with the situation with my father, I think I saw my father one time in my life. I gotta wait for the thing to go by. I know already. 1, 2, 3. All right, so with the situation with my father, I only saw my father one time in my life, and one day. That was it. One day? But I never, and when I seen him, it's like I had a red drop top in front of the house, a big BMW, a house in Long Island. It's like, I didn't even have a problem with him. I didn't hate him. I didn't hold it against him. I didn't have a grudge. I didn't have anything. You know what I'm saying? So I guess when I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm not understanding why they mad at me. Yeah. My son's like, yo, Dad, I remember times you say you coming to get me, and I'd be sitting in the yard, and you don't come get me. Whew. Because I'm running around. You know what I'm saying? Because if Cat says, come on, all right, you got to go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might hear, and that's just how it was. Like, even, back then, if you hear, listen to Bim, word to Preem, that means you ain't lying. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the time that we was on. Some shit like that. But that's the time was on. If he say to come on, all right, I could be out. Hey, I gotta go. The family's calling me. I meet y'all at the house.
Ah, damn.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how I'm eating. You got to understand.
Yeah.
I'm a teenager. I'm getting $50,000 a week profit time. So it's like
that's not no different than if you're like an entertainer or an actor or something. Because it's almost like that where you almost your job comes first.
Yeah, but
I mean, of course, it's a little different because you ain't gonna be on the run. And you ain't.
No. I mean, the difference is that you're not going to go to jail for that.
Yeah.
And the risk of that.
Yeah,
the street life is risky.
You're not going to go to jail for 7 and 10 years and be
not
completely
even that.
out of their life.
Crime period. Yeah. You're in the crime life. So that's different. Not only that,
you got
celebrity.
people that's kicking doors in,
that's
families up. Like,
your family don't want that for you.
But I say that because, and like I watch a lot of, I don't know if any of y'all watched this documentary. It's called The Dark Side of the Ring. Because I was a wrestling fan growing up. But when you watch a lot of those wrestlers, like they worked 7 days a week, 365 days. Like there was no fucking days off. You fucking Vince McMahon owned you. Mm-hmm. And a lot of those people
probably was the same thing.
I remember listening to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Y'all all know who that is, right?
Yes.
All right. He was saying he wound up He married a woman from Britain, but they was together. And then when they got divorced, she went back home, and it was like he was so distant from his family, like they lost the American accent. That's how long they was away from America, and like he has no relationship with them. So that price to being great.
Yeah. There's a
you know what I'm saying?
there's a price with your family when you're on the grind because you're not there.
And they have that. You know what I'm saying? Because Snoop alluded to that too, where the kids was when they was young. Where's daddy at? And the moms have to explain, and you hear the older son like, I had to. It took me a while to understand what was going on.
When they're younger, there is that confusion, and again, but when they go to adulthood, they understand.
Yeah.
So with my adult children, where was dad? Oh, he was on the run from the feds for 9 years. Oh, he was doing over there. It's different from, I got these gold records, or I got these movies. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to be getting paid for these movies when I die.
For life,
They're not getting paid for my drug proceeds. So it's a difference. Because now it's like, this stupid motherfucker was selling drugs and some other shit. It's just different. Not like, damn. He's like, I've seen when Buster got his award, and he was so proud that all his kids was there, and they was proud of him because, like he said, I wasn't there for this, and I wasn't there for that because he was trying to do a career.
Yeah. Comes everything got a price, man.
Success has a price on it.
It does.
Success has a price on it.
You got to be willing to pay that shit.
Okay.
The truth, you got to be willing to pay that shit, man. And if you don't pay it, you ain't gonna get it.
Okay.
I'm not saying it as like, this is just a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a fact. Like, the amount of dedication it takes to achieve this ain't for play.
25 hours, 8 days a week.
Like, that's not an exaggeration. Like, you know what I'm saying?
How many hours you put in the barbershop? 25 hours, 8 days a week?
Yeah. About.
What you
doing? You already know.
What you do?
I work in an assisted living facility.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Do some of those people get out of hand? Do you have to come in when you're not out for work hours?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. So, see, you're
I
good.
Don't. I choose
structured.
Not to.
Okay, but some people do.
Yeah.
This podcast shit, ask Bug, ask Allie, every day I'm on this shit. We having conversations on how to take it to the next level. What's the next move? Who to put out?
Yeah.
Where to grow? Where to go? How to take it? Like, this shit is like, it's like a 600-pound fat person who just keeps eating. That's
a wild analogy.
Like, because this shit just never stop, yo.
That's a wild analogy. Yes, that is. He said a 600-pound person that keeps eating.
Like, the more you give it, the more it take.
Well, what it is this, right? So you be somewhere and then you go, okay, I'm going to get to this level. And I have conversations with Bug, right? Like, yo, man, I can't wait till I get to the next level so all this little hating bullshit comes. Yeah. You get to the next level, it's just a different motherfucker hating me in a different way. Then you get to the next level, and it's like, oh, shit. Yeah. Who would think that this person would be hating on you? Because they ain't paying no attention to you when you're down there, but when you're getting up here, it's like, okay, now you're invading my territory.
Yeah. Now you stepping on their toes.
Now you stepping on my toes. Why you getting that budget? Why I ain't getting that budget? Fuck that nigga. He's from the streets. I went to school. I did this. It just be different. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Especially when a person got a bunch of time in. Wow. You know what I'm saying? You feel entitled. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they don't want to hear nothing from the upstart.
Wow.
You know, and that's all the businesses.
You got anything?
First of all, I want to say, Luke, you make me sick.
Listen, man.
Listen, let me talk. He asked me, so I gotta say.
I try my best to make you look sick. I try my best.
I'm gonna tell you, you don't make me sick. You don't make me sick. No, you don't.
You're a doctor.
I'm telling you, this is me. You don't make me sick.
I'm
proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you.
Proud of me?
I'm very proud of you.
Why?
The things that you do, and you don't stop. Like, you try to stop, but you don't stop. You talk one thing, but you keep going. I'm talking, bro.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm just lining it up. I'm getting ready for you. Go ahead, finish your joint.
No, I'm just proud of you. We talk all the time, and you tell me the things that you're doing, because you don't have to do that. So I appreciate you as being my friend. You know what I'm saying? And business and all that we do. But deep down, you're my friend, bro. And I appreciate you for that. For real.
I appreciate you too. So what I was gonna say before we go to the next one. No. Yo, so in this journey, right? So again, like I said, I spoke about different businesses. There's plenty of times that I was like, man, because you know, I had a person that I worked with, and we kind of clashed, and I was like, man, fuck this shit, man. I'm gonna quit because I could go do something else. Yeah. Right? You know, my people got this and that. I could go do anything else. And whatever his reasons was, you'd have to ask him, and he would be like, nah, man, you can't quit. You can't quit. Nah, you can't do that, man. Nah, I'm not going for that. And I used to think it was for his own selfish reasons at first. And then as time go on, I found out that it was really sincerely from the heart. So he's a good guy. Piece of shit.
What's up, Alex? What you got?
Who would you like to work with in the future?
Who would I like to work with? I would like to work with 50 Cent. I would like to work with Will Packer. I would like to work with wait a second. I'm gonna get it. Just make sure you cut the ums out. Will Packer, 50 Cent. It's someone else. Oh, Deon Taylor.
Deon Taylor.
Independent filmmaker. He's doing all the movies. He's the one that does Tommy shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gangster. That's
yeah,
gangster.
Yeah. I would like to work with him in some capacity because he's you know, he's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's really doing his thing independently.
It's phenomenal.
You know what I'm saying? But his budgets is 7 and 8 figures. It's not like mine's.
Yeah, one day we'll get there.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still in the 6s. I want to get to the 7s though.
What about you, G?
Nah, I just want to say it's a pleasure having Luke around, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you coming, even when you're not doing the interview. You always welcome here. You already know that.
Thank you.
Your family in here, you know what I'm
Appreciate
saying? So, yeah, just wanted to let that be known.
And I appreciate that I can come and whatever, you know, even when Bug is not around. So it's a good thing, you know.
Luke, man, I just want to say thank you, man. Like, when we were starting this thing, you was there at the beginning.
Yeah, the inception.
You didn't criticize.
No, you're not supposed to criticize people because you're just starting. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When I started, and I think some of the reasons that we rejected people that was trying to tell us something is because they was trying to be critical. And it's a way to tell someone something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be critical of them. You could help them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure if you had a new barber and it's like, yo, let me show you how to do this line. You're not going to say, man, what the fuck is you doing? You can't do a fucking line like that. You're destroying their confidence. You know, it's like, same thing like I said, I get a person to give me a film, and I know that I don't want to put this underneath my brand.
Yeah.
And I would tell them that Chris Gotti story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you doing good for what you did because you didn't have no money.
Yeah.
But that ain't, you know,
that ain't
but
the
that's
case
not
now.
it.
Yeah.
No, not that.
Oh.
You know, you got to strive to be better. You still, like, I know that you working the best that you can and you did the best that you could under the circumstances, but you got to be better. To come through me, someone else might take it and say whatever, because they don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I care about what I'm putting out. You know what I'm saying? I care about what comes across.
Yeah.
You know, and again, each and every time I'm gonna get better and better and better till I'm one of the best that does it.
Now, I thank you for that, because I don't want to say that wouldn't have happened, because I think the drive would have took it there, but like some of the little pointers you gave us, we still use to this day.
Well, I mean, you only had one camera, so I mean, you know.
He was out here trying to use our phone, and shit was crazy out here, man. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
But you did it.
Yeah. You know
That's
what
the
I'm saying?
thing. You did it, and then you got a passion for it, and you spent your money.
Yeah.
You know. That's
I put my own money in this here.
We put our own money in.
That's
We
right.
put our own money in.
We put our money in
it.
it. That's right.
You said it though.
I did.
That's
Yeah,
right.
sure.
Make sure.
I did.
Don't forget that.
We all did.
That's right.
Prime.
You see him, G-Bad?
Word, I see him. I see him.
Detox, you know, you have a new addition. You know?
And we, you know what I'm saying? As we all grown, we got Allie up in here.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
You got Allie.
You know what I'm saying? And she's growing too. And we just, you know, so this is just to say thank you for always
Supporting us.
supporting us. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
It's
Okay, so
we don't. I
since you're saying,
can't say it to you every day.
Hold on, he got some bullshit to say.
So since you're saying thank you for supporting, does anyone have a hat that we could pass around?
No, we got a water bottle.
That's
We got
right.
a water bottle right here.
You got a water bottle for all you thirsty niggas.
Nice water bottle for you and your guests.
Drink in there.
You go.
You got a water bottle for all you thirsty niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Because the thirst is out there.
You thirsty, hating ass niggas. Push your thirst on the water bottle.
I'm thirsty, but I'm not a hater. But this is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wanted some money, but I'll take a water bottle because I'm grateful.
Your budget is bigger than ours, B. You know what I'm saying?
That's all good. I just be fucking with y'all.
That's
All right.
It come with free water though. You know what I mean? Just throw that in there.
Yeah.
Show you shot back home the heavy camera for 2 hours.
Yeah. Word. You got to shout you out, because goddamn, if
Leisha.
you ain't working.
Leisha,
working.
what's Leisha has just, what's the name of the joint? No, not that one. Not the one I'm doing. What's on Tubi? The Gray Area. So, you know, check out Leisha. She's a
Leisha what? Leisha Hartgrove?
Yeah, yes. And
Hartgrove.
again,
Okay.
another female in film. She has a Gray Area on Tubi.
Okay.
And she has Female Drive that's on Peacock.
Oh, okay.
You can't come get a piece of this camera right here.
And she
Come
has,
by Bugs.
and she has
Yeah.
Go by Bugs so
we
they can
get
see
you.
you.
No, you come.
No,
so we can get you in the camera.
Oh.
We can see who you are. You get this camera right here. Bug is at right here behind
See?
you. There you go, right there.
Yeah. So listen, you see,
Right.
you get down with Second Chance Enterprises. You get on the podcast. Talk your shit right quick.
Where
Where they can find you.
Well, you can find me at Leisha_ENT. That's my Instagram. My website is LeishaGetsTheShot.com. Check out my movies on Tubi, Peacock, Amazon Prime, Dollhouse, When Girls Ride, and The Great Area.
And
You gotta get him back for the interview.
I'm just saying, she's finishing up this movie, Unknown. It's gonna be dope. That's coming through Second Chance Enterprises. She is part of my team now as far as when we're filming. She will be the second AD production manager. One of these different titles that she's going to be working on.
Hold on. Can we have an interview with her?
Word.
Sure you could.
Nice.
Alright.
You want to interview?
Yo, G, plug that in. We give it a
right. Yeah, that's it. Shameless plug.
We need you on here.
Yeah. So, again, I just like to have dope people around me. So I want to just thank my team, and Bug is part of my team. Frank Blenman, True Life Films, Andre Toscano, Maddie Toscano, Curtis Scoon, Val, Kyle, all of Detroit, I love y'all.
Shout out
South Jamaica, I love y'all.
South Jamaica
did I miss
loves
anyone?
you.
Nothing.
The crew?
Yeah, you said everybody.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna shout you out, Phil, even though sometimes you ain't calling me back and it's hard for me to get in touch with you. That's the ultimate sound person. You know what I'm saying? Rich Black, that's part of the team. You know what I'm saying? Kwame, I don't know where I would be without your writing skills. Like, you really put me there. So I got to shout out Kwame, Dutch Teague. I got to shout out Kenneth Supreme McGriff. I got to shout out Michael Payton. And I got to shout out my wife.
Of course.
I'll do it better. I want to shout out my wife. Thank you for always supporting me, no matter how much of an asshole I've been. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
That copy only goes to you, right?
No, that you can put out there.
All right. All right. That's it. Thanks for asking. We out.
Peace.
Peace.